Hi guys, and welcome to my sort of review of the Dell XPS 15 early 2015 model. I reviewed the 14 last year, and that's why I'm actually not going to do a detailed review. If you have any questions about the new one, just watch my old video. You can find it up right here, because it will answer pretty much everything, and I will mostly talk about the differences here, give you though a small breakdown review, and then answer a few questions I think are important if you are interested in the new one. So let's start with the breakdown review. In terms of design and build quality, first of all, they are both pretty much the same. The only minor difference you can maybe see, and I'm not sure how much it is visible, the color is a little bit different. The 2015 model is more of a correct silver, where the 14 model has some slight red in it. But other than that, everything is the same. Same ports, same keyboard, same trackpad. So what's the quality of those? The device with around 2.1 kilos is quite lightweight, but it feels a lot heavier, maybe due to the aluminum. It is machined very well, very premium here with the carbon fiber. It is a little bit sharp though. Yeah, maybe a small little thing. The amount of ports is great. You can open it with one hand. The keyboard itself is very good, and last year I said it is one of the best I've ever used, but since then I reviewed a lot more review devices, and I can tell you it is very good, but definitely not the best anymore. I've reviewed a lot better ones. Trackpad is okay. I'm just not the biggest fan of Dell touchpads. You have multi-finger gestures and it works kind of reliable. Two-finger scrolling still is a little bit wonky, but it gets the job done. So in terms of design and build quality, it is done really premium, really well. No complaints here. In terms of the display, 4K in the new model, 3200 by 1800 in the old model, and we had only PPS on the last year's model. Now we have a proper IPS panel, and the difference is mostly noticeable in terms of colors and viewing angles, because the old model had quite a shift from white to yellow. If you weren't on par on the right angle, it got yellow quite quickly and the colors shifted, and they weren't actually that correct. On the new model, this has been handled way better. The viewing angles are more stable, no shifting in terms of colors, just a normal brightness and contrast thing. Colors look way more accurate. They are very punchy, but not oversaturated, really pleasant to the eye. The display can get very bright. So the display itself is absolutely stunning. The old one was already great, but the new one is so much better. Of course, due to the high resolution, you will have scaling issues nonetheless, so keep that in mind. Sound. It can get very, very loud, and it sounds good to very good, because the one thing that I have to complain that makes it not great sounding is bottom facing. Use it on your laps, it will get blocked, sound muffled. But even if on a desk, it reflects a little bit odd and it just sounds not as clear. I would say for some reason the 2015 model sounds a little bit clearer than the old model, but still it is not the same it is if it would be facing towards you. But the sound overall, with the great bass, nice mids, and yeah, okay highs, is still very good. Performance on both is top notch, with a small limitation. Both are still using the 750 GeForce M. So a quite outdated CPU, and I don't know why they didn't at least update it to something more new, like a 860 or anything like that, but just something newer, because that is one of my main gripes, because this is a new model with a slightly bumped up CPU, but they didn't make any upgrade in terms of the graphic cards. So if you will use both side by side, the difference in terms of performance is so marginal that it doesn't make a real difference, and you wouldn't maybe even notice the difference without benchmarks or so. But still, if you want to play games, you can this with 1080p, maybe low to medium settings. I tried, for example, Project Cars, which worked quite nice, but with low settings. I had to go 1080p, forget 4K, and low, mostly things were low to medium. But if you want to do video rendering, Photoshop and all that, then it is great, because of the GeForce and the CUDA cores, for example, Adobe Premiere works just fine. And for all other daily tasks, it is almost too powerful, but quite good. As for the battery life, charging takes up about 3 hours and 40 minutes. This is already the 91 milliwatt hours battery, so the big one. The battery life itself isn't that impressive for the size, because I got around 4 to 5 hours depending on the load I put on it. It is still okay, because mostly if I do some heavy lifting, I would use it on the charger anyways, so it's okay. If you just type and so on, you can extend the time anyways. In terms of heat, they get very warm both. While playing especially, the fans will also kick in very hard, and around here where we have the display, the keyboard, and on the lower part, it will get quite warm. You will sweat a lot, so using it on your legs won't really be possible. And then we have the noise. The noise is something you can't really get rid of, because we have quad core, we have a discrete graphics card, and this is very powerful, and all this power needs cooling. In idle mode, it is quite a lot, not silent. Sometimes yes, sometimes not, but totally acceptable because the fan speed is very low and then subtle. If you use full power though, of course they will get loud. They will be a little bit noisy because it sounds like a blow dry, yeah, but a quite annoying one. So sound, I've heard better ones, but I've also heard worse ones. It is acceptable for the power you get. If you play games, the speakers will be able to get rid of the noise sound, fan sound. And if you maybe do video editing or so, I would recommend you to use headphones to not get distracted. So I wanted to answer a few questions now. Is it worth the upgrade from last year's model? Answer: no, definitely not. The differences are just too small. If you don't have to pay anything to get the new model, then maybe yes, but otherwise the only thing you really get that is better is the better display. But it's not like this one was rubbish. This was already a great display, and if you had no problems with the colors, you get the better one, but it is definitely not worth the upgrade, and the whole rest is the same, so no. So the next question: who is this device for? I would say it is great for content creators, content consumers, for low to mid-end gaming, and for people who want an Apple feeling device with Apple qualities for an almost Apple price without the Apple logo, because there are a lot of similarities here. I can't deny that, but that is, I think, the main market. Someone who wants something really premium, something really nice to show off maybe because it just looks great, but just doesn't want to buy into the whole Apple ecosystem. So the next question: is it worth buying? And I would say not right now anymore, because I think the GPU is a little bit too outdated for the price. It is quite pricey. If you get it on sale for a really good price, I don't see a reason why not. If they wouldn't have announced the 2015 late year model, I'm not really sure when it will come, let's say half a year or so ago, because the Dell XPS 15, let's call it late 2015 model, will be like, if you know the actual recent 2015 XPS 13 model, it will have the infinite display with almost no bezels, so it will be very small and lightweight, and have Skylake, and I'm pretty sure they will put in an upgraded GPU. So what you will get, if you can maybe wait like half a year, you will get a smaller device. I'm pretty sure it will be more lightweight, maybe even better cooling. The speakers don't have to be updated. The keyboard, I'm not sure, because I almost think the new one is a downgrade. At least I thought it was on the Dell XPS 13, but that's why I say maybe Dell shot themselves in the foot announcing the new one maybe too early. Okay, we still have half a year, and for people who don't know the new model. And that's maybe why this video could actually be helpful, because if you see it and you know, just check a few videos on YouTube, the new one is really compelling. And not that this one isn't worth the money anymore, but knowing that something a lot better, because this is pretty much an 1 year old model with just a minor few adjustments to make it be worthwhile calling it 2015 model. But the new one will be a real new model, so I think you should wait for that. Okay, I hope this video helped you in some kind, and like I said, you can watch always the old review to get some more information, and if you have something, but I can say you the differences are negligible, just too small to really talk about them. And if you have any other questions, please let me know in the comments, and let me know what you actually think. maybe you have the old one, maybe you have the new one. Tell me your thoughts and what you think of the new 2015 model with the Skylake. So, okay, until next time, bye.